What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM, guys. Welcome back to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Mike Labernathy, and welcome back to the show predicated on the journey of life and business. Well, guys, welcome to 2024. That's amazing. It's already 2024. Time goes so fast. Well, everybody, I'm just going to jump straight into this, all right? I want to talk about knowing it versus doing it. So, it seems to be that oftentimes as people, we get stuck. So, for instance, like in business, one of the first things is when we talk about new ventures or creating things, one of the first questions that oftentimes get asked is, well, how do we do that? And it immediately goes to knowing. Do I know how to do this? Do I know that I should do this? Or other times we know what we should do, but yet we don't seem to do what we actually need to do. For instance, if you're in business and you get stuck, if you back out of your shoes for just a minute and look at yourself in third person and say, hey, if I was talking to somebody else in my shoes, what would I tell them to do? You already know what to do. And so the knowledge doesn't seem to be a problem. It seems to be doing it. And we have trouble doing it. For whatever reason, executing, we're either on one, two sides of coin. We execute without plans. We execute without knowledge. We just do things, and then we wonder why we end up with nothing. Or we get stuck trying to figure out how we should do it, and we end up with nothing. And you end up stuck in both places, and you never move forward. And that's very interesting to me. Versus, cool, knowing it and doing it are radically different, and knowledge is not going to make you do something, and doing will not gather you knowledge, right? So you've got to actually treat these things as two different objects. It's like they're two different vitamins you need to take, or two different types of liquid you need to drink. One's water, and I don't know what other thing that you drink is healthy. That's a bad example, but it's very much like eating steak and veggies. You need both. You need both nutrients to have a balanced diet, right? And that's what I'm talking about. And as a result, we actually will get stuck and won't move forward in life, and will become either victims of knowledge or victims of doing it. And then we wonder why we've ended up where we've ended up. Andrew has said this often, that a man who does whatever becomes whatever. And so if we're just focused on gathering knowledge and like, oh, I'm not going to start my business venture, I'm not actually going to start the business that I want to build because I need to know more. I need to do this. And there's a point in time for strategy, but at the same time is if you really want knowledge, you can't beat any more knowledge than just getting hands-on and doing it. Like, you learn the best in hands-on training. Like, think about that. And so you might as well start doing this and at least start on the journey. Now, I'm not telling you to put yourself at major risk. Like, you don't need to go take out, a couple $1 million in loans or whatever you're going to do, and you have no idea what you're doing. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we have a problem with execution, and it is so much more important to value doing it and executing than actually the motivation to do it or the courage to do it. And just because you know to do something doesn't mean that you're actually going to do it. You get to choose that you do it, right? Oftentimes we rely on knowledge to perform for us, right? And you think about that, like there's a lot of teachers who teach you things. Like I had somebody tell me like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to business school. I'm going to go do this. Like we were just talking the other day, and it was like, bro, that's so interesting. If all those teachers knew how to build businesses, why are they teaching? I don't understand why they're teaching. If their passion is about business. Now, there are probably a few teachers out there whose passion is legitimately about teaching, but at the same time, the knowledge actually isn't doing anything for them. It isn't creating anything for them. And we put a reliance on knowledge that is way far too heavy for what it actually is. Oh, cool, I've learned how to do this. It doesn't mean you're actually going to do it. It doesn't mean you're actually going to execute. And so you can actually execute without knowledge too, which is cool. I'm just going to do things, right? I'm just going to work and work and work and work and work, and you have no strategy, you have no knowledge, and as a result, you get the same results. And this is the point of everything that I've said up to this moment. You need both things in moderation. You need knowledge, and you need the ability to execute. And if you don't do either of those together, you will never move forward where you want to get in business or in life. You're never going to get out of your situation where you are currently at, or you're never going to overcome the obstacle you're currently facing. And if you put too much of a reliance on one or the other, you're just going to stay stuck. And that's the point of all of today's episode. Well, anyways, guys, I'm out of time, so I'll catch you later. Peace.